All right, welcome to Tuesday's Tools on Purpose at the Business on Purpose podcast. Tuesdays are all about equipping you with the tools you need to run your business with intention and purpose. Our mission here at Business on Purpose is to liberate business owners from chaos so they can make time for what matters most. My name's Patrice Miles. I'm one of the coaches here at My Business on Purpose. And every Tuesday, I love it because we get to dive into the world of tools. Because in a world where your time is your most precious asset, finding the right tools to streamline your operations and elevate your business can really make all the difference. So, in each episode, we bring you interviews with experts, we share success stories, we provide step by step guides to empower you on your business journey. But remember, it's not just about having the right tools. It is actually about using them with intention to create a business that's meaningful and fulfilling. So I'm excited about today's topic. It's all about email filtering. At My Business on Purpose, we think that the definition of email is someone else's agenda for your day. I continue to hear from business owners who are stressed out, anxious, and just downright mad with all of the emails that they get. So when Jessica Van Brunt with Van Brunt and Company and I were on one of our coaching calls and I heard her mention email filtering, I asked her to join us on the podcast to share. So Jessica, welcome to the podcast. Tell us just a
Hi.
little bit about yourself.
Yes. Hi, guys. She said my name is Jessica. I am a co-owner here at Van Brunt and Company. We run a commercial construction company. My husband and I run it together. We've been in business for 20 years, really getting close to the 21-year mark on 2024. And yeah, so our industry has changed a lot during COVID, and we're very much inundated with what we feel like is way more paperwork than ever before, which is hitting all of our inboxes. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. I hope it's a tool that you can leverage. One of our unique core values here at Van Brunt and Company is leveraging technology. And it's something that we pour a lot of our time and effort into because we feel like it really removes a lot of chaos, but also it empowers not only us as owners, but everyone in our business as employees and leadership, just to spend more time in a purposeful role and to leave at the end of the day and feel just productive and like they made an impact on their day and that they have an organized way to enter the day come the next day when they come back to work.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So Jessica, tell me, what exactly is email filtering?
Yes. So if you are using Gmail, I know they also have it in Outlook. And so I'm just going to speak to Gmail because it's what I know and I have a lot of comfort in. But basically, email filtering is ways that you can organize your email. You can set up rules where you want emails to go, where you want folders to go. But we really just took it really a step further and we organized it by how we organize our calendar. So as emails come in, they do not have our top priority. Our top priority is our calendar and how we have blocked time. Here we call it time blocking, but how we have time blocked for each task within our job roles to make sure that everything does have just really organized, focused time for us. And then also when we go to the emails, we're not digging and looking for those emails that belong to that time block. And also we're not getting distracted with emails that will traditionally distract us and become the next high priority. And then such becomes the chaos in our time.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So tell me, how do you all use this in your business?
Okay, so what we do is we organize each and every email. So like we have a shared inbox for accounting. I have my own, of course, we all have our own, and then we have a couple shared inboxes. So the way that we have organized these is by level of organization. And I'm going to show you guys here on my screen in a second. And then where that for us, it made the most sense. Like I was saying a second ago, we all time block. So every single hat or role or employee, you can step in, you can open their inbox, you can see the task in which they're doing in that block. So let's just say accounting. And then within that time block, we even have the very specific. So like if we're doing payouts, because we're in construction, the SOP, the VP, or the checklist to complete that job is also linked inside of that time block. And then whenever we go to the email, let's just say again, they're doing payouts, then we can open just the folder inside of our email that says pay apps. We don't belong in anything else. There's nothing else for us to do. And then from there, we even have a place where we have on everyone's email twice a day for 15 minutes. where it says check email. And so this is kind of one of my favorite parts now that we've got this under wraps and it's organized, because we really do not need the 15 minutes. But what the 15 minutes has done for us is it's not a time to check emails. So we're not actually opening emails. We're putting them in the time block. So let's just say I got an email today. Since I was in a time block, check email comes, I go to my email, and all I'm doing essentially is sorting those emails and telling them where they belong on my priority of my calendar. And then within that, because we're doing it twice a day and we've been so clean and current, what we have done from there is 2 additional steps. So first step is to organize. And then the second step is, if there is something that seriously came in that is urgent, that was truly an emergency, we can either move it to a top priority filter, which we have, which means we go into our top priority block and that becomes our most important thing. And or we could go ahead, if it's something that's urgent, and we could either delegate that from a leadership role and say, hey, I need you to do this in your next top priority or in your next XYZ time block that I see is going to happen today at 3. And then secondary or third is actually we could check that email if we feel like it's super urgent. So the best part about that is we're in control of when it happens and how it happens. And we've also set the tone for how expectations have happened in response to, let's just say, our clients. For us, we have a lot of subcontractors. If we're answering immediately, they have expected that behavior from us as well. And so that's not scalable as a business at all. So by prioritizing those things, we assure that it goes where it belongs, nothing gets missed, and it gets our undivided attention.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Do you have any best practices, resources, or just kind of cool stuff that business owners should know about when they want to actually implement this email filtering?
Yes. So one of the things that I realized, I'm going to use you, Patrice. So I get coaching emails and they always come from you. Okay. So what I did was I created a filter. Actually, I did not. I delegated that to my assistant and I encourage you to do the same. So I delegated that to her. So basically every time, Patrice, you email me or a couple other people that I do receive emails from the VOP family, that goes into my coaching time block. So anything that you guys are getting that is consistently happening, it should have a place it belongs. So another thing that we have is our teams do daily debriefs. So basically they fill out a Google form at the end of every day, big wins for the day, top priorities for tomorrow, any roadblocks or challenges that they have. And my time block for that is first thing in the morning at 6:45. And so it automatically filters into my top priority block because that's the time in which I do it. So really it's 3 to 7 new emails every day that I don't even have to manage and move over. So that is a great tool within this that will automate, again, leveraging technology, make Google or Outlook or whatever you're using, make it work for you. So once you start moving in that 15-minute twice a day time block, your emails, I can say, okay, Patrice emails me, every Friday and every Tuesday. I don't need to move those. Those can go into that. And then when I have my time block to do coaching or coaching homework, I go into that folder and I open it up and I see your emails at an appropriate time where I'm actually focused to do and respond to your emails correctly, right? Not on the wing or on the fly.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic. So I hear you saying, kind of in that first part of how you're using it in your business, you said, when you check those, you're organizing. That's the first step. The second is you're deciding if it needs to be into that top priority filter, or can you delegate it out and somebody else can put it in their top priority? And then if it's super urgent, you can check it right away. But those are just for the emails that are just the random ones that you didn't set that filter up for. And you're only taking 15 minutes 2 times a day to just simply manage those. And then you're going into your time block and then going into those folders for those emails based on what the time block's for.
Yes. And one thing I want to just say this because I have to say it a lot here at our home office is this is what I hear. How am I going to get all my emails done in 30 minutes? That is not what I said at all. I have to kind of continue to repeat this because we're retraining our brains. We're retraining our habit. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is it goes into a time block of priority. So again, if I am getting coaching emails, I shouldn't be answering your coaching emails while I'm in there doing accounting. I am moving them where they belong, and then I'm checking them. So I am checking emails throughout the day, and I'm responding and I'm communicating, but within a time block that's organized, and then I'm actually completely focused. And that other person that I'm communicating with has my undivided attention, or I'm reminding myself to delegate properly. And if there's any training that needs to happen, I have the bandwidth to do all of those things. So really, again, just eliminating the chaos, giving everything a rule. But I just want to say that because I feel like every morning I have to say, don't forget, you are still checking your emails, because we are so innately trained that when it comes across my phone, or when it's on my smartwatch, or when it's across my screen, we turn all of that off, all of that, because that's a distraction to our focus. So we turned all that off, and it doesn't really have a place for those dings and notifications any longer either.
Yeah, I love what you said, that when you're doing accounting, you shouldn't be responding to one of my emails about something as far as coaching, because it distracts you and it takes away from your focus. I read an amazing book called Stolen Focus, and in there he said the average person, it takes them 23 minutes to return back to their focus that they had in that accounting time block, just simply by responding to that simple email that didn't need to be responded to right then and there. So I love to hear you say that.
Right.
Before we go, is there anything else that you'd like to talk to or say to our business owners about email filtering?
No, do you have a second where I can show you how I do it?
I would love to. Yes, please
Okay.
do. And so, for those of you that are listening on the podcast, make sure to visit us on our YouTube channel and you can see what Jessica is about to share with us.
Oh, right. Let's get into here. Okay, can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay, super. So right now I have 31 emails. Normally, when I leave at the end of every day, I have a time block at the end of every day that says prepare for tomorrow. So I try to make sure, again, I just have, there's nothing there. So I leave every day with anywhere from 1 to 3 emails max. And that's such a great feeling, especially to leave at the end of the day and then bring it in. So the way that I have it organized is, number 1, top priority. And then, guys, when you make these, you need to put a number in front of them. Otherwise, they're going to sort all the different ways. So you put like number 1, and then whatever it is, top priority. Number 2 needs follow-up. So I'm in development, and I do a lot of follow-up emails and things like that. So those can really clutter my inbox. So I created a space for that. Number 3 for me is document block. So as an owner, I do all the final document reviews here. And that is in the case of really SOPs and VPs, and we're in a big push to get all those done. So that floods my email as well. So I moved that. Number 4 is accounting. 5 is development, coaching, culture block, and owner's block. And so I want to just show you here quickly. I'm going to flip my screen. As you can see here, I have those said blocks. So when I'm in top priority, when I'm in owner's meeting, when I'm in accounting, I would just go directly and say, okay, I'm in coaching. So I went before my coaching block, I went in there and I pulled up any emails to make sure that I was prepared. Top priorities, I would do the same thing. I would just open this top priority and see the things that are in there. Okay. So what I want to do is just move a few of these so you can see these things in here are ones that have come in recently since 10/27, because I didn't have a block to do it at that point. And these are, I can just barely see enough of what these are. And for me, I'm going to move these to accounting. That's what they are for me. And then it's really that simple. This is an SOP, I'm sorry, a VP. And so that's going to go in my document block. Okay. And it really is that simple. And then what'll happen later, this is development. And then this, I'm just going to move to top priority. If it is something that I don't know exactly what it is at the moment, I will just move it to top priority. When I hit that top priority block, if I open it, I'm like, oh, this is not urgent. This is actually something different. I just move it, just quickly move it to the block. And then you can see inside my email here, once it labels, Google will automatically label it for you. So it says the action, because that's where I created them. Under actions, you can add a sub label, and then you can also create the colors. My colors match my time block. That's just how my brain works. You don't have to get that fancy. That just works for me. You can edit your label and you can remove your label. So if you make a typo or you change it, maybe it's an end of year, maybe something on there is your 12-week plan, you can just change that later when you're done. So then once I go in here, so I'm going to go into my coaching block. As these have moved automatically, you can just see they are already moved and turned into gray, and action item is my coaching block. And then once I'm done with it, let's just say this is here, I moved it here, it doesn't belong here. or I want to change it, you can go up here to your labels at the top. For those of you who can't see this, it's at the very, very top of your line item. You can change your labels. You can add labels if it goes into multiples. You hit apply and it'll add everything on there that it needs to be, and it's going to move it to all those folders. So the last bit of this that I just want to share with you guys is what happens if you put it in a folder and someone emails you back, because that's one of the big things I have here with training. So let's just say, Patrice, you sent me an email and then I label it as coaching and I put it in there. I email you back. Can't wait to see you. So excited about coaching, because it's essentially how I feel about coaching. And then you email me back. What's going to happen is it's going to go back into your inbox, but it's going to have this label here where it says actions top priority. That's what it's labeled. So it would just say email back from Patrice, and it would say coaching and inbox. And that is so it always hits your inbox. So you can either drag it back over, or you can just change your label. And so those are the ways. So the more, see right here, you can just click it in and out, and then that's what it is.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. And I see, like you said, it would not take you 15 minutes to get in there and just simply put those into the different folders that you would need to. Any recommendations as far as where people can go to learn more about setting up those actual filters in Google?
Yes. So over here on the side on Google, and I know it's somewhat similar, is whenever you go into your settings section, so you can just do see all settings, you can go there. Or like I said, you can go over here on the left side of your column. You can also create labels, and you can just hit your plus sign. So create a new label, and you could create that here, whatever you want it to be, test. And then if you want to create that underneath there. So let's just say you wanted to add another one. So if I wanted to put one, under, maybe under coaching, and I wanted to put a back up, it moves to the inbox and we're done.
Sounds good. All right. So Jessica, thanks so much for joining us today. This was so beneficial, and I am so excited to talk about this with my other clients because, again, I know that this is a big obstacle for everyone and a big frustration. So thank you again for taking time out of your day to come and talk to us about this.
Awesome. Thank you.
So guys, that is a wrap for Tuesday's Tools on Purpose. Enjoy your new tool to help you manage all those crazy emails. Remember though, that every small action can lead to big results. So what action are you going to take today in regards to email filtering? Write it down and then go and implement. For those of you that are just tired of living in chaos and you're eager for more knowledge, or you're just interested in advancing your business journey through coaching, please feel free to contact me. My email is patrice@mybusinessonpurpose.com. Again, that's patrice@mybusinessonpurpose.com. And Kevin will also put that on the screen. I'd love to connect with you and learn more about your business. We also have a healthy business owner assessment that if you are brave enough to take, you will find out what the health of your business is. I'll give you a little secret. A 0 is not very good, but a 40 is a perfect score, and you will get that score immediately after taking it. So Kevin will also put that up on the screen. You can scan the QR code or just visit the link. But I am super excited, guys, for you to go out and implement email filtering. I will see you all next Tuesday. Thanks so much.